in the classroom. Gotta walk around to turn the lights on. My students are a little upset because they had to take a little test real quick. Um, Trying to figure out if I should like kind of go live in the classroom, like on a reg, because tonight, tonight, me and Funk go live on his channel, but I wanted to make sure that I kind of like put a little something out here on this channel. What up, Felicia? What's cracking? Felicia enjoying her no longer in high school days off. But I had to move all of my tanks um, out of the lab. Now I had all the tanks in the lab just kind of like all over because oh, what you was just up here doing? I had all the tanks in the lab. What's going on? What up, Jay Watts? I had all the tanks in the lab because, of course, I was hoping to be able to, still get students involved and get them to tank tanks home. But we got some new teachers here, and then they found like mold in one of the classrooms, and so that needed them to use the lab space. So I asked the head of operations if they could store my tanks somewhere where they would be out the way. And so they got back to me after a couple of days and said they don't have any room here in this big old school to store the tanks, and that the only option was to like get rid of them. And I was like, bro, y'all didn't put in on those tanks. Y'all didn't put no money in on those tanks. Those tanks came from Missouri Aquarium Society, from the president of the Missouri Aquarium Society, who physically, not only did he purchase all those tanks for me and the students, but he also physically helped me bring them into the classroom. So, yeah, I can't get rid of something that you didn't put in on. Like, come on, let's just be honest. So I'm like, yo, I'll just put them back in my classroom if that's the case. So if you all need all that space that I'm taking up in the lab, then just give me my tanks. So, all right, still wrapped up. Okay, I put the 40 back up here, which I am going to get ready to fill up. Then, of course, I'm going to give a ring to Dan so that he can fill them up with some live bears. We got Diamond, who is a class favorite. You can check out some of her little shorts or whatnot with the students. But what's cracking, Mexicali? But not only that, I had to use my other space that I had thought I had for the students here, but I had to reallocate that space to house the rest of these 20s. So 20 talls for the rest of these tanks. Now, we had open house last week, and in talking to a parent about their student, I had mentioned about the tanks, and the parent mentioned that he, wouldn't mind taking a couple of tanks, and I was like, well, cool. If you know what you're doing and everything else, I would love to give you, some tanks for you and your student. Now, mind you, I got all freshmen, so this is their first year being introduced to the high school. This is their first year being introduced to me, right? So when I told them that, if they were interested in fish and fish keeping, they would be able to get a tank from me, and, later on be able to go fishing in my fish tanks. And, some of them were kind of laughing about it and this, that, and the other. But the more and more they come over here and play with Diamond, what up, Way Way? What's cracking? They play with Diamond, the more they want to get interested in it. And now I have a few more freshmen that are now wanting to possibly look into what goes into taking care of a tank and taking care of fish. So it's working, right? The more the people come in, the more it's working. You know, the more the students look at the tanks, the more they want to know. Once I start feeding, they want to start feeding, and it just snowballs from there. So I'm thinking that I will have a few more tanks to give away, but I had to save my tanks from getting destroyed, man. They was gonna destroy my tanks, like just take them and do Lord knows what with them. Just like, and my thing is, in this whole school, you got surplus all of these old computers, computer monitors, computer wires. Y'all just stuff them in a room and then close off the room. So y'all couldn't have put what I have like 12 or 13 tanks left. Y'all couldn't put them like in a room, you know what I'm saying, until I was able to get to them. At least I was going to get to them. Y'all got all of this surplus here, nothing. You're doing nothing with them. You feel me? So, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. Felicia just did a quick short at the house where I have the other Starry Night and the Jack Dempsey. So at first they were going battling it out, but I made them stay together. So now they, I guess they're frenemies. So I guess they stopped chasing each other. Starry Night figured out the Jack Dempsey, she wasn't no punk. So he was trying to fight her, but she wasn't going for it. So there we go. Greg on Wild. Yep, school teacher. Let's see how these students leave my class a mess. And now I have freshmen this year, as opposed to the sophomores I had last year, as opposed to the juniors and seniors I had the year before that. And it's definitely a difference. It takes a toll on your classroom. And this class has to go in before lunch. So normally I make them clean up after themselves, but they had to take this test. They were upset about it. A lot of them couldn't finish because they just weren't prepared. But that's not my fault. The test is slated to start at this time and ends at this time. If you want to come late from lunch, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Funk, you keep hollering about this Starry Night. Now that you got room, I guess I can send it to you, or it would have ended up like them fajakas where you was trying to find homes and bought 3 fajakas in that little tank. Or heaven forbid it happens to what you did to those pea puffers. You guys pray for those pea puffers. Anyway, um, students are really doing decent, man. This is their. I made them do a gallery walk, so they had to take the statement and tell if it was, which sphere it was in: atmosphere to hydrosphere, hydrosphere to biosphere, cryosphere to geosphere. Judging from the statement, and if there wasn't one, they had to create their own. Right? Biosphere to hydrosphere. This one says fish, whales, and other aquatic organisms live entirely within the sea. Okay. Yeah. All right. Biosphere to hydrosphere. Biosphere is all living things, and hydrosphere is, of course, all things in the water. So that works. You get a grade for that. Oh, in the last 3 years. For some reason, this fish hasn't grown too much in the last 3 years. I mean, he's big, but where was you gonna put this fish at, Funk? 3 years ago, where would you put him? You had a flower horn that you put in the tank by itself, and then you didn't have no big other fish for this fish to go with. Hopefully, no one comes in on my 30 minutes. But Um, yeah. So, I just had wanted to let out a quick rant about saving these tanks, and I really am eager to kind of get them cleaned up and get them into some homes of some freshmen or some sophomores, so they can have some fun in hobby and tanking. So we'll see how that goes. But oh no, I I'm still trying to figure out some pretty cool libraries for the 40 here, and I'm not sure if I should use the whole 40 for that, or I should get this space back over here and maybe put another one of these 20s or 10s there, and actually put the libraries in there, and then put something extra cool in the 40 here. All right, because remember, he was in this 40 before I shut it down for the summer. So now he has that big 55. So I am taking all, what you guys think? So look, for those who are watching and those who rewatch, boom, 55 with the Starry Night in it, who used to be in the 40 once I get this back going, right? And then there's a space right here for a 20. So I could have a 20, 40, 55. But I need enough fish where the classroom will enjoy. And of course, these are freshmen. These are high school students. So they are going to be attracted to the glowfish and the neon fake plants and the big fish that eat smaller fish, and the more colorful the better. Fast moving fish, the weird looking fish. So let's go ahead, and if you guys join us tonight on Aquafunk's platform, don't forget to go ahead and jump on Aquafunk, subscribe Aquafunk. We will be on tonight. It'll be 8 o'clock Central Time, 9 o'clock Florida time, right? Is that right? That's right, Funk, right? So yeah, so go ahead and join us, and I'm looking for some answers. So again, 55 gallon that I have the Starry Night in. All right, I could actually move him back into the 40, right? And then I would have an empty 55, and we're looking for different, colorful, weird, cool fish for students to be interested in. And then I can move all of this stuff here and put any one of these 20s in its space. Do I got a long, or do I just got 20? I got a 20 tall. What is this? This might be a 20 tall. This is a 10. This is a long. Yeah, this is a tall. Yeah, so I could put a 20 tall in that space and put live bearers in a 20 tall, put something cool in the 40, and try to find something big enough for this guy. So that's where I'm at right now with it. So you need a royal Akara and an electric blue Akara. Where would you want me to put those at, Mexicali? And guppies in the 20 tall. Yeah, that's what I figured, the guppies. But you know what? Um, Mexicali, um, Dan, he would send me swordtails. He would send me guppies. He would send me mollies. So all of the libraries, and they would go in the other 55 gallon, but the 55 gallon sprung a leak, so that's why you don't. The other 55 gallon sprung a leak, so that's why you don't see it no more. So I could fill the 40 with those. Or just do the 20 just full of guppies. What up, Beto? For the Akaras, the 40 for the Akaras. Have you tried bofa yet? Oh, I'm kind of scared to ask what that is, and just in case it's something disgusting. All right, so the 20 with the guppies would be the easiest. Oh, yeah, I figured it was going to be something ridiculous. Hey, man, that's like a joke one of my students would say. They really are infatuated with nuts and male private parts. Seems really suspect if you ask me, but whatever. 20 with guppies and would have been the easiest. All right, so 20 with the guppies, and then electric blue cars in the 40. A tank full of electric blue cars would be dope. I had a 55-gallon, or I think I had the 60 with electric blue cars before. Sorry, I'm bored. Sorry, sorry, I'm boring you. To the back to the yeah, it's all good. Yeah, but yeah, just trying to plan out how I want to what fish to ask for so that I. But blue cars in the 40, live in the 20 that I'm gonna put from over there, and then what? Leave him in the 55 by himself, Mexicali. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need some plants, but here's the thing: at plants, um, I just I'm not the best at them. I usually am just I'm used to getting big cichlids and stuff like that. Some plants for my library tank would be nice, but here's the problem. Once students start getting their tanks set up, I let them grab libraries to start off their tanks with. And so in the midst of them netting their fish, it tends to tear up all of the decor that I have in there. So I usually just keep the tanks kind of like pretty much plain with some artificial plants in there because like by the time the summer hits, those fish will all be gone. I may be able to get a second batch of fish from Dan the Man in Florida. And if that happens, um, I will be able to, put them refill the tank back up. Especially if I get enough students that are able to go fishing and take fish home. What's up, Gina? I am on my last hour of the day, which is my prep period hour. Technically, I'm probably supposed to be with the other teachers, but they also have different preps and plans. And with me teaching earth science with the one other teacher, I believe she has a golf match. So I think I got a little second. Leave the starry night by itself. They keep asking him to have a friend. They're like, man, Mr. Clark, why doesn't he have a friend? He needs a friend. Why doesn't he have a friend? He needs a friend. And I'm like, yo, um, I'm like, yeah, he kills all his friends. He kills all of his friends. He killed the silver dollars. He killed the what else was in there? I don't know. He kills everything. He kills everything. So whatever. Um, Mexican said I would do plants in the 20 only. All you need is Val for the 20. All right. If um if we get some Val, we'll put it in the 20 where the live bears are. But that's the tank that they're going to be fishing out of, Mexicali. They're not going to get any blue acaras, and they're not going to get the Starry Night. Block bully. He's a grumpy butthead like Oscar the Grouch. Yeah, he is. The kids have settled on the name Diamond, and I haven't vented this fish at all to see if it's male or female. But Diamond works if it's a boy or a girl. So whatever. So that's my thumb. Don't do it. Don't do it, kid. That's my favorite fish right there. Okay. All right, despicable seal. I'm glad you like the Starry Night here. I don't have any food for you, bro. Just stop looking at my finger. So yeah, he the other one I have, if you guys check out my last don't jump up here. That's just that's just my finger, kid. Don't do it. What are you thinking? It's like, Mr. Clark, will it bite? Does it hurt when it bite? I said, if he pops you, yeah. But he doesn't have like bite down crunchy teeth. So he got like that hard palate. It feels like two sneakers popped you. Pop. I'm gonna stop playing with him because he's popped me before. I don't feel like getting popped. So yeah, anyway. Um what else can we put in here with him? I know he's been in here for a while, but let's say I decorate the tank. So if I decorate this tank and I could decorate the Akara tank, because those two tanks students won't be dipping in and out of. Really, the library tank is the one that's probably going to not be decorated because that's the one that's going to have um so many you know uh people netting the fish in and out of where they're going to be running around. Even though if it is all guppies, they're super easy to net, but I really need to give this tank some decoration. I really would really love to put some live food in here for him. Um, and he is a stalker, so he likes to hide behind stuff, and he's a hunter, so he likes to hide behind and ambush his prey. So I really definitely need to decorate this tank. So it'd be some food for thought. It'd be dope if I could put my other Starry Night from home in here with him and the that mean Jack Dempsey female. Yeah. Use fake plants what in this one or in the you're talking about in the or in the library, in the library 20, or I mean in the car I could put some real plants in there, right? They don't start digging stuff up until they really start spawning, right? I've had that happen. I had some real plants get tore up because two of the cars decided to have babies on one side of the tank, and everything else in the tank was a threat. So they just was like kicking up dust. Use fake plants for the Starry Night tank. Yeah, that makes sense. I really want to decorate it up real nice though, and then that'll also give me some ideas for the 40. And I need to get some stuff for that as well. Oh, also, I am going to start up my donations for Thanksgiving, getting my students turkeys for Thanksgiving. So be looking for the donation button on that one. And as I'm taking donations for turkeys, I'll also be taking them for hams for Christmas, which is coming up, of course, in December. So November, December, I'll start collecting in October for both of those. So got my work cut out for me. My second volleyball game is tomorrow. We won our first one. Let's see, can I zoom in there? No, it's not gonna. So we play Jennings and beat them, and tomorrow we play Cross Keys at home, and then Thursday we play Ferguson away. So, and my birthday's on the 8th. Go Libra, go! It's Libra season. Shout out to all the Libras out there. What's cracking? Um, yeah, man. So, whole bunch of different things I'm trying to do. Uh, Also trying to get some Thanksgiving shirts made. For those that were joining me last year, we had some Thanksgiving um, turkey fish shirts that said thanks for giving, Fishy Biz. And I went through Car for that. Did a cool little design, so looking to do that again. And actually having a whole live stream, possibly during the week that I'm off for Thanksgiving at some point in time. Um, Kind of thanking people for the donations and just letting everybody know exactly how many families were helped over Thanksgiving due to you guys' generosity and help. So um, I'll be looking to do that, which will probably include some giveaways. I don't know if I wore out my welcome for special guests, but I will try and see if I can get some people to just pop in and pop out and get this thing back rolling. So, anyway, that's all I got. And I know it's like 3 minutes before the 30, but I'm about to try to clean up this classroom for my students tomorrow. And we're just going to go for there. So remember, we are looking and taking suggestions of what to put in here with the Starry Night in the 55. Thinking about blue Acaras in the 40, unless you guys could think of something cooler. On the side of the 40, I'm going to put another 20 tall, and that's going to be for libraries for students to net out of once they get their tanks rolling. And don't forget to watch me and Funk on Aquafunk's channel tonight, 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock his time. That'll be 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock whatever Florida time is. All right. So until the next time, get at me. Peace out. Hey, yo, Diamond. What you doing, man?